Peace, everyone. It's your brother Shem L with another episode. Masterminds with brother Shem L. I'm really excited. Um, right now, I am about to interview an elder in the Moorish Divine National Movement. This elder has a wealth of wisdom. I had the opportunity. I'm honored to know this brother and have gotten to know him even more in the latter years. And I'm just going to go ahead and get him on the phone, and then we can have a conversation. I will officially introduce him and allow him to speak to you about his history. You know, he has a lot of history to share, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. So without further ado, I'm going to actually call the brother because he's not able to get on the StreamYard. So I'm going to call him and we'll have the interview right now. Hold on one moment. Islam, Grand Sheik. Yes, sir. Islam. I just want to let you know I have you on a live stream right now. So the people out here are hearing you. So yes, yes, sir. So I told them to expect, an elder with some wisdom to share for the Moors. So I'm definitely happy. I want to just formally introduce you to the audience. I have with me an elder in the movement who's been in the movement for many years. Um, under the he'll tell you the story of who he studied under, and he can share his wisdom on the state of affairs today in the Moorish movement. But he has so many stories to tell, so many accounts to tell about what Moors are doing um, way before I was in the movement. Um, Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. Without further ado, um, I'd like to introduce to you Grand Sheik Dwayne Smith-Bey. Grand Sheik, welcome. And if you don't mind, uh, just introduce yourself to the people at this time, Grand Sheik.
Islam. Yep, I'm Dwayne Smith-Bey, Grand Sheik under Jerome Grand Bay, and I've been in the movement about 40 years, and right, it's good to know. I'm surprised. I had no idea, it was going to be like this, but I'm flattered, and I can't wait to hear from the brothers.
Islam. The honor is all ours. And I wanted to do it right. I wanted to, because we have to preserve this history. I feel like one of the things that's not done enough in the movement is we don't take the time out to speak with our elders to get the oral history. There's a lot of written history, but to get the oral history for you to be in the movement for 40 years, that is a wealth of knowledge. So I'm definitely honored by having your presence. I would just like to start off, as I ask so many more who come on the platform, and you could take as long as you want to tell the story, Grand Sheik. How did you come across the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and what was your journey into joining the Moorish Science Temple of America?
Well, I guess like a lot of Moors, just like a lot of Moors, I came out of the Christian influence. And, when I was in Christianity, my thought pattern was a little different, I didn't like, it was almost like I knew what Noble Drew Ali and them was saying. You understand what I'm saying? But I couldn't find the words to say it. I give honor to brothers Sheik Shemil, because Shemil took the time to give me the words now to say what I want to say, and I really give that brother honor. But like I want to get back to the Christian part. I had a lot of questions in there concerning what that movement was about. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Me trying to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't see that in the Christian church. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't want me to be a man. To me, they wanted me to cry. They wanted me to be, I don't know. And I noticed all that. You understand what I'm saying? Very young.
Yes, sir.
And this right here brought me to, other understandings. And when I met this brother that was going to Timothy Dingle Hill's temple on Bell Avenue. And I was coming out of school. I think I was in 7th grade. And he said, "Come on, walk with me, shorty. I'm going to show you something." So he took me around the temple. And, at the time, Timothy wasn't there, but they had other brothers that was teaching. You understand what I'm saying? And I said to myself, this is what I've been saying. When I heard the prophet, talking about Jesus never died on the cross. You understand what I'm saying? When I looked at that and I read that for myself, I started seeing these things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I said, wow, this is, I got to go see more of this. You know what I mean? So for a while, I stayed away. I got into the world. I'm going to tell you the truth. I got into the world, and one day I was going past the temple, and I met a brother who told me, because I think I was going with this girl, and I was ready to hit her with a cane or something. That's what he said. That's what he remembered. And he said, "Don't you hit that girl." And he said, "Come here, I want you to come to the temple." So anyway, I went to the temple and I met Richardson Dingley. Man, Lord be pleased with him. And when I met that brother, he, like I was telling you before, he used to teach me to study my lessons backwards and forwards. You know what I mean? He used to tell me to study my ABCs. I thought he was actually telling me to read my ABCs backwards. So I came to the temple one day and I started saying my alphabet backwards. Z, Y, X, W, B, U, T. And everybody started laughing. Because that's not what the prophet was trying to tell me. He was trying to tell me to study my lessons backwards and forwards. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But he would always do the alphabets backwards. He could do the whole thing. He used to love to do it. And, coming out of that Christian influence, I had a lot of questions. And a lot of times, the older boys, they wanted to move on. And I'm still stuck on that question. And, they wanted me to move on. And I looked real sad, I guess, and the prophet looked at them and said, "Didn't he tell y'all he had a Christian influence?" He told me, "You come up here, you sit beside me, and you ask me any question you want to ask." And from that point on, I was a question axer. I mean, I had so many questions, man, you couldn't imagine. Are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I mean, I'm not saying he answered all my questions, but, you can imagine, coming from a Christian influence, I had a lot of questions. And, you know, a lot of moles will get mad with you for asking too many questions. You understand what I'm saying? Because they were older, they were mature, they was ready to move on. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, man, I just say, if it wasn't for Richardson Dingle Ill, may Allah be pleased with him, I wouldn't be in the temple today.
Islam. Praise Allah. I want to kind of touch on that because a lot of Moors, there may be a number of Moors who don't really know a lot of history about Richardson Dingle Ill. And we could touch on Richardson Dingle Ill, Timothy Dingle Ill, or up to Jerome Graham Bey. But I want you to kind of enlighten the Moors about Richardson Dingle Ill at the time when he was in the flesh and the importance of his contributions to the movement, if you could elaborate.
You know, when I got into the temple back then, there was a lot of controversy, it seemed like to me, between the members from Richardson Temple and the members from Timothy's Temple. But I found out later on it was a misunderstanding. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
From my understanding, they were supposed to go to Richardson Temple, right? And he was going to teach law and history, right?
Right.
And then after they got a certain level, he would send them up the hill. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And vice versa. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how it's supposed to went. But now it's almost like a split in the Moorish science between the two brothers and the members. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because you got some brothers, man, they serious about where Richardson left them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And a lot of brothers are serious about where Timothy left them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And me being young at the time, I felt like, wow, I needed both of them.
Right.
I needed law and I needed history. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you know, Richardson Dingle Ill was more than law and history. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, he taught in a whole lot of categories. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when he taught with power, man. And I'm telling you, every time you left him, he left you with something to think about. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And something to go home and study with. And then when you come back, wow, you was on a different level. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I never forget it. Well, you know, I never forget I took my wife, me and her sat in that temple, and I looked at her and she didn't look too comfortable. And then I looked at her again and she was so scared. And I said, what's wrong? She said, I am so afraid of him. I said, oh my goodness. I had no idea he was affecting her like that. You understand what I'm saying?
What was it that she said? I mean, well, did she elaborate on what was it about Richardson Dingle Ill? That
he spoke with power, brother. Good gracious, man. I'm talking about, whoa, when he demonstrated, man, you ever seen, I don't know, I can't even name the Moors, but some Moors, when they deal, the thing is so pure. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Till it almost touched the spirit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, people don't realize that. Okay, why do we do our 101s all the time? Because it brings you into a certain spirit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I know that Timothy Dingle Ill, may Allah be pleased with him, and Richardson Dingle Ill, they knew that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a key to that. You know what I mean? One time I was doing it, And I was doing it without reading anything, and I was just doing it out of my head. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Mo, I almost went into a trance because of those 101s. I know people don't understand, but if you do it in a certain rhythm, because, okay, even from the start of our Circle 7, right?
Yes.
It's poetry.
Yes.
The 101s is like poetry because it falls right into the next subject. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy to remember. Who made you? Allah. Who is Allah? The Father of the universe. Can you see what I'm saying? That thing, it is so well put together, man, that it, okay, I know what to say now. It moves the ethers. Can I say that?
Yes, sir.
The ethers get to vibrating. You understand what I'm saying? And it changes things. So, you know, with him speaking the way that he spoke, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm talking about with strength, and you can see it in his eyes. Good gracious, expression of his lips. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That brother was powerful, and, you know, very rarely do you see brothers demonstrate like that anymore, but you see some brothers doing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And here's what it's called: altar fire.
Mm.
Now, if somebody come in and somebody's demonstrating altar fire, for real, it's scary.
Right. Right.
You know, the truth is already fearful, isn't it? Some people can't take the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, and when you put it in behind power, behind the ethos, or you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a Christian minister, you might say, but he talking plain words. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With power. I have seen Stonehill do it before.
Islam. Yeah, I can bear witness. That's one thing I bear witness with a lot of demonstrations from Moors, particularly in Baltimore. Other places too, but I definitely I definitely see that, and I think when I heard a recording of Timothy Dingle Ill, the Mo Man, and when I heard him demonstrate, I said, oh, okay, I see where Moors are getting this from. And then now you're telling me about Richardson Dingle Ill doing the same thing. Did you, when you, let me ask you this, did you get a chance to witness the Mo Man, Timothy Dingle Ill demonstrate? And if so, what was your experience like in that temple?
Now, other than that, Timothy Dingle Ill through Jerome.
Because
he had formed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. And when Richardson passed form, you know, I didn't have anybody else. I didn't have another temple at that time. And Timothy had died too. You understand what I'm saying? It passed form.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't have a temple to go to for about 2-3 years until I met Jerome. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And Jerome actually taught me about Timothy.
Okay.
You know, so I didn't know Timothy personally, but I did know Mother Ruth. You understand what I'm saying? His wife.
Yes.
Because when I first got under Jerome, you know, it was like a lot of jealousy between Grand Sheiks. You know what I'm saying? This Grand Sheik would talk about that Grand Sheik, and you know, and that's totally against our rules. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And they would do that sometimes in public because you're not supposed to let the public know of your wrongdoing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So sometimes, you know, a lot of times they would do that back and forth. And then they had the babies, the members, upset with one another. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, you know, that kind of thing I knew had to stop. You know what I'm saying? So they would say, oh, Jerome don't know nothing. Oh, he don't know this. He don't, you know. So I had to go to Mother Ruth myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So in my search, I said, well, let me go straight to the top. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I went and knocked on Mother Ruth's door. And when I knocked on the door, I introduced myself and I put my hand out and she almost pulled me in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I asked her, I said, well, I'm very concerned whether I'm under the right man. You know what I mean? Whether I'm under a real grand sheik. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know what? Me and my husband touched him. A lot of them moles out there touched their self. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
And later on, you know what I mean? She told us to go get them. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
And bring them back so she could bring them right through properly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about like a lot of them, you know, older grand sheiks. I don't want to say no names.
Yeah,
you know
no, we don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sir.
But she wanted us to go get them to bring them back through properly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I knew that my grand sheik was a master.
Islam. Now, I want to ask you, how did you initially meet the Sage Master Jerome Graham Bey?
Mm-hmm. Wow. How did I meet him? Man. Well, I think I went to his temple one day. Somebody invited me to his temple, a brother. And I went, and then the next time I met him, you know, I seen him again. It was over DC, I think. They was having some kind of rally or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I started coming back to his temple a little more since I found out where it was, because they was moving around. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And, yeah, I met him over at DC. I can say that.
Now, can you, because you told me this story before,
Mm-hmm.
can you elaborate on the meeting in DC? What took place in DC that was so special?
Well, you know, I remember going to the Million Man March, and you know, I was at one end of that mall, and I seen the flag at the other end, and I looked back behind me, and the flag kept getting closer. And everybody, it would take almost, I'm saying, a couple minutes. I mean, you know, it would take time to get from one side to another just to go to the restaurant. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's how many people was on that mall. But this flag was somehow progressing so quickly. And I kept looking back and I said, how's that flag coming? You know, I thought maybe they was handing it off to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next thing I know, I looked around, it was Jerome. And the people were opening up for him. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
He walked straight through that crowd and he looked at me and said, come on, Smith-Bey. And I'm saying I was with him ever since. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Praise Allah. That's beautiful. That speaks to, you know, the power, real in spirit of the prophet being with him, and the power that he was able to demonstrate. You know,
Man,
yes, sir.
I didn't know that much about ethers, and you know, a thinking person. When a person starts thinking, they can move the ethers, give them power. Okay, well. The ethers begin to vibrate. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And then the power comes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize what they're doing. I spoke about that in Girls Temple. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, the effects of what, you know, how ether and all that stuff works with Elohim and the manifest and all that stuff, how it works. You know, this is very important. And this is our lost estate. You know what I mean? Once we get that back, my goodness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I know that, as a matter of fact, there is footage. There's footage out there of Sage Master Jerome Graham Bey demonstrating another time at a reparations rally, and you was right there with them.
Right. That was a Juneteenth rally.
Okay.
Now the Grand Sheik was very serious about helping in Cobra, right? Which is an organization over in DC, right?
Yes.
He was very serious about making that a national holiday. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the day before he died, no, the day after he died, it became a national holiday.
Wow.
Did you know that, Mo?
I didn't know it was announced the day after he died. No, Grand Sheik.
No, ain't that something?
Yeah.
Man, you would be so happy to know that.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's why I mentioned it. I mentioned it at his funeral. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I said Jerome would be so happy to know that they made that a national holiday. The day after, what was the same day he died, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That's something, man.
It is.
As bad as he wanted that done. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Man, we were over DC all the time, dealing with it in Cobra. I can't think of all the names of those groups. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And we were dealing with what do you call those people? Mormons.
Okay.
And Jews. Oh man, we had round tables with these people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Talking about reparations and different things like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even though Jerome was fighting for reparations, he found out later on that, you know, it was more in our interest as Moors to be asking for compensation.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when you first get into something, you might get into the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we as Moors, I don't think we are looking for reparations. We're looking for compensation. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Can you elaborate on the difference?
Well, it's different from that Negro, Black, and College demonstration. You understand what I'm saying? But here's what I'm saying. Reparation is when a party or a nation has been injured through some means of destruction, right?
Right.
We as a people were injured through the institution of slavery, ethnic cleansing, which is a crime against humanity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But if a person hasn't proclaimed his true national identity, then he's not he's not in the law. He's not abiding by the law. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Therefore, he's not eligible for all the rights. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do you reparate a Negro to?
That's a good question.
You see, so by us already going through nationalization, we should be looking for compensation. Maybe I didn't explain that right, you know?
Okay. All is well. All is well. And but you said that, you know, during that time, you along with Sage Master was meeting different people and having those conversations.
Right.
If I may ask, around, because I know he's been championing that for a long time. When he was having the conversations, with these different groups. Could you give maybe some stories on like what was those conversations like as far as like what was they saying and what was his response or vice versa?
Well, they wanted to know our understanding about reparations. They wanted to know what we understood about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I think we really gave them some good points, but we were sort of off as Moors at that time. You understand what I'm saying? I can say that personally now because, as we studied it, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It came out a little different. That's when we was with the Mormons out there in Towson and those Jews. The Jew came to me because we looked at it as money.
Okay.
But reparations don't necessarily mean money. It takes money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But we talk about psychological help, educational help. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Changing that curriculum some. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It take finance, but they was looking at us thinking we wanted some finance. So I told Jerome, I said, I got to leave a little early because I picked my wife up from work,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out, and this Jew ran behind me. She said, what if we give you $45,000? That's when she asked me. And I told her, I said, ma'am, I don't mean no harm, but that's a drop in the bucket. I said, we want to be free like you people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And $45,000, that's a sellout, ain't it? Crazy. And look, just before that, Stoney gave me the number. Did you hear me, Shamir?
Yes, sir.
I said, Stoney gave me the number. He ever gave you the number?
Yes. I have. Oh. Yes. Yeah. It's no $45,000. I tell you that. That's for sure.
Oh boy, that tickled me.
Yes.
And Jerome was so flattered that he used to always get me to tell that story. Tell him how that Jew ran you that offered you $40,000.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff they was doing. They wanted to see where we were. You understand what I'm saying?
So they wanted to see if you sell out quick.
No, not necessarily sell out. I guess they wanted to see where we were. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
What do they really know about this?
Got you. Yes, sir.
And how can they show us or prove to us that we owe them something? You know what I mean?
Right.
And Jerome, I'm telling you, man, he plumbed that line. You hear what I'm saying? Straight words to the heart.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he never pulled any punches, man. I'm telling you. Timothy Dingle Ilmer, Allah be pleased with him. I never met him personally, no more than what I was told and different things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he did a good job on Jerome. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I bear witness.
Because he was by any means necessary. And, which was a good thing. It was really a good thing because, we had a reparation rally. Jerome used to say, it ain't about how many. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The point is that we got our point across. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And
man, look, they had all these vendors out there. Well, people didn't show up like we thought. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, some people showed up. We still demonstrated the best we could. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But a lot of people didn't show up that was supposed to show up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe we didn't take enough time in planning it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Jerome was like, ain't no better time than right now.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So we did it, man. This Chinese lady had all this rice, man. I'm talking, woo. her truck was full of rice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't never seen that much rice. So the lady said, "Where's all the people?" I think still make me laugh to this day. And other people had a lot of food too, but we couldn't make the people come. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But he did it, man. Believe me.
Yes, sir.
He's not wasn't afraid to do that, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You bring back the memory of saying that I used to always hear him say, we gotta be little boy blue. You remember that? Remember when he would say that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, blowing that trumpet. And that's what he did.
And like he was we was just on a whim. Like they were over there looking at them cherry blossoms over there. We would jump in the car, man, and take that cherry tree over there, boy, and be demonstrating all around them cherry blossoms. We used to say, where y'all going? And the people say, oh, we're going to see the cherry blossoms,
Yeah.
And the cherry tree is right here. Oh man, then they got to stand up there and listen to us, man, and we be explaining to them that this is the cherry tree that George Washington chopped down,
Yes.
And however, they be amazed. They be saying, like, we had no idea. And I used to ask them white people, why y'all think we doing this? We doing this because they still got us down as 3/5 of a person, and they had no idea. These Europeans was learning more from me. You ever seen that picture that I have online? I was on Lincoln Memorial steps.
Okay.
All these people were going to see the cherry blossoms, right, Mo?
Yes, sir.
And I'm standing up there with the board's flag teaching them. This little old man, I'm looking at the picture now, he was some kind of mad with me, boy. But God is good. See, falsehood been around long enough, Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now here comes the naked truth coming up behind this behind.
Absolutely.
I think that's how we got to deal, man. Sister Marvin used to tell me all the time, Mo. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't cut no corners. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't punk out. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
She was saying, look them right in their eyes and speak straight words to the heart. That's when you got it. You ain't got it till you can speak like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I used to run back to Jerome because people used to hit me with things. I mean, they used to cut me hard, and I didn't cut back. And one day, this Jewish man cut me. He said, "You gonna wear that hat to the court?" I said, "Hey, you gonna wear that beanie?" He said, "It's not a beanie." I said, "This ain't no hat." Me and my lawyer fighting going in the courtroom. Ministers used to hit me, you know what I mean? I go to Jerome, and Jerome say, "Jerome, man, I want to hit him back." I said, "But I can't because he's a minister." He said, "Well, what is you?" And from that point on, boy, I started cutting them back. But my main thing, bro, can I say?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to work with that. I'm trying to get that Nicene Council out of my brothers and sisters, Mo.
Right.
That's my main objective, man. I'm just like the prophet. How the prophet touched on the fact that Jesus never died on no cross.
Right.
And when he touched on that, there's a lot of other things we can touch on to go along with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And this is my mission, man, because our people is messed up in the head.
Right.
And as long as they think that way, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, I don't know if you ever read about Pope Adrian back in, what was that? I think it was 425 AD, right?
Right.
He was the first one to say, put Jesus on a cross. I mean, a man should be hung on a cross, and it wasn't Jesus. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But before that, wasn't nobody hanging on no cross. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, sir.
Mo, this kind of stuff we really got to work with, I think.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. People need to know.
They need to know.
People need to know. Now, I want to speak about our sister, my mother, our sister, Margaret Thompson Bey, who also passed from. Could you speak a little bit about her? Because she I can speak about her from my experience, but I know you've had more experience with her and her being such a wealth of wisdom. Also, not many people know that she was a Sunday school teacher under the Mo man, Timothy Dingle. Could you speak about when, if you can kind of give some memories, like when you first met her and just certain things that struck out to you about Margaret Thompson Bey?
Mm-hmm. Well, what mainly stuck out was she taught me, you know what I mean, to what is the word, man, to not compromise, or no, that's not the word I'm looking for. She taught me not to I can't even find the word that I'm looking for, Shelly. But she taught me not to man, I'm gonna find what I'm looking for.
Yes, sir.
But she was very powerful, man. She always told me to be straight up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't compromise with what the prophet is doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, don't try to change what the prophet is saying. It's the prophet's words that's going to change everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Not your words. You understand what I'm saying? You trying to bring people to the prophet's words. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that kind of stuff she used to teach me, man. Because I'm telling you, when I first got up on that altar, man, I was afraid. I guess you can't imagine me being afraid to go up on the altar. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But man, I was. And she said, that's all right, Mo. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. You know?
Yes.
But Mo, I'll never forget, I lost all my literature. I was out the park, I was studying, and somehow I got up and left my stuff right there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, when I got to the temple, I said, Sister Margaret, you got the 101. You know, I said, Sister Margaret, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to study these 101s, and I'm going to put that book down anyway. Even though I bought them all again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I studied them 101s, man, till I got them on the dial plate. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I could do that whole book without touching it.
Praise
and then I started working on the first chapter about Holy Quran.
Yes.
And I studied that until I got the whole thing. Time never was what man was not. And you know, man, I'll tell you, when you quote that demonstration, it is powerful.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, that's where I was. And I don't know, that's the way I was. And I got to the point, I didn't need no literature, not even to do the final prayer. You understand?
Yes.
The final warning by the prophet, I had it all down pat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mo, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know, but I losing Jerome and Sister Margaret, I lost a lot, Mo.
So,
That they shocked me. It shocked me to the point I went to the hospital, man. I almost lost my life. You understand what I'm saying? People don't realize that ethos changed big time when I lost them two almost that close together.
yes. Yes, sir.
So I know about ethos now.
Um, well, I'm so glad you're still with us, Grand Sheik. You know, you're a blessing. You know, and you definitely need it. And Moors in the Federation love you, Mo. You know, you know, whenever we speak your name, is always with high honor, because one thing about one thing I recognized from when I first joined is that you, like you said, you're not afraid to speak, and
Right.
you love to share knowledge. Like that's one thing I always recognized about you. And you know me, I've always been relatively quiet, but I've observed, and I've observed that about you, and I honor you for that. So it's
You right now, I'm studying your book. I'm talking about the way you got it down. You understand what I'm saying? You giving me the words to say what I want to say, Mo.
praise
And
Allah.
that's more powerful. That's more powerful than any gift that somebody can give somebody.
Yes, sir. Praise
You
Allah.
know, you want to say things, but you just can't find the words to say it.
Yes.
And by you doing this, Mo, wow, you don't know how much it is a blessing to somebody. Listen, a lot of people look at us anyway. It's just using the 101. If they ask us a question,
Yep.
we just use the 101, or you know, the circle 7, and people can't understand that.
Right. Right.
And when there's other knowledge out there, we got to build on that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what you're doing. I like that.
Thank you.
I don't see a thing wrong with that, you know?
Yes, sir. Gratitude, Sheik. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot, because that, you know, that's in part, you know, what I was hoping and praying to be able to do with someone, and for you as a Grand Sheik to be in the movement for 40 years, over 40 years, and to say that I'm humbled and I appreciative. So thank you.
Right now, you know, okay, I used to go to other literature. I used to go to other books, because even reading the Al Circle 7, it's talking about Arissa. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
And Kapak and stuff. I didn't know what that stuff meant. You understand what I'm saying? Not until I started reading the Gita. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And in the Gita, it told me that Katak was a 30-day festival. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Where they drag this love around. You know, so you sometimes, look, the prophet laid the foundation. And I'm telling you, man, we got to build on that.
We do.
How many brothers actually know what ether does?
Right.
How many brothers know that they be, you know, activating it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's out of control because you don't know what you're doing.
That's right.
So all that's got to be taught, man. You understand? And they always talk about, oh, that's too heavy for them. Man, come on, man. Y'all been doing this for 40 years.
Right. Right.
I can see it in y'all face. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go a little higher.
It's you're right. You're right, Gracie. And the thing about it, and we may have spoke about it before, but you'll see other groups of people doing this. Like they're elevating in their knowledge. They're elevating in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? What the prophet gave us, he gave us the foundation. He gave it for us to extend the learning. Like everything that you know these other groups are doing, it's all more science. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be the ones to be able to extend it and like you said, take it higher to the levels that the prophet want. You know, like I refer back to that that saying their oral statement, I mended the broken wires and connected to the higher powers. So, so this is not something that we should just be fundamental and rudimentary in. It should be we should be able to advance because the prophet gave us something to advance with. So, yes, sir.
And see, when the Grand Sheik gave me my Grand Sheik certificate, right?
Yes.
I bought the Gita or this book by Paramahansa Yogananda, right?
Yes.
And it's called
Islam. Hey, you might be on mute, Grand Sheik. I can't hear you. Okay. Peace, family. It looks like he got disconnected. I'm going to call him back. Give me one moment.
this is Dwayne Smith-Bey.
Okay. Islam family. I'm going to try one more time. It may be something on his end, and my apologies. We're going to try to get him connected because he was about to dive in on something real heavy. One moment.
This is Dwayne.
Islam. Peace, family. So it looks like we got disconnected and it's going right to his voicemail. So my apologies for that. But I want to thank Grand Sheik Dwayne Smith-Bey for giving us the history and the background of his journey, of his experiences with the man who I call affectionately the Sage Master, Brother Jerome Graham Bey, who studied under the Mo Man, Sheik Timothy Dingle Ill, and also about his experiences with Richardson Dingle Ill, as well as Sister Margaret Thompson Bey, who also was up under Sage Master Jerome Graham Bey. This is a elder who's been in the movement for over 40 years. As he just told you his stories and his journeys. And, when we had the conversation prior, he expressed a lot of what should I say? Hope. He expressed gratitude and hope for where we at now. He definitely showed appreciation for my work, and as likewise, I give him honor for the work he's done because he definitely put in the work. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me and allowing me to share with you the brother, the elder, and hopefully, inshallah, I can get him back on again because I definitely want him to share more stories and us have the conversation. Um, he's definitely interested in getting on the platform and just having this conversation because we was just about to dive into that, having that higher level conversation in terms of this more science and the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, which I've been striving to do since I've joined the movement. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, peace and love.